I'm sort of straightened up. I'm getting there. Uh, there's some wall stuff I can find to put up. I'm putting up some of my mosaics and putting rocks in categories so I can explain how this stone splitting process was done. I like mosaics. I'm going to be doing mosaics on that table later. But there's my horse. I bought an old violin. The violin itself, I covered it with mosaics and gave it away. But these were the cases of it. I really like my rock room. Yeah. There's Don Quixote way up there. Chromed. That's metal. I used to do metal sculpture. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the patterns of the stone splitting process using the platter method, and I will try to explain every one of these different patterns. Some are easy to explain. I can show you on a piece of paper and stuff, but these are heart stones, and they come in different sizes and shapes. And this is a really neat heart stone. They left a little nibble on it, but that's actually a heart stone, just like all these rest. But that has that on it, and a bird. Most of these do have images on them. It'll be fun looking at them. But that's one of the patterns, is the heart-shaped stone that comes from basically the center of the platter. You could almost call it the center of the stone, the heart of the stone, depending on the size the stone is, of course. And there's some patterns that repeat themselves so many times that I can kind of see where they come off of a platter or the side of a stone. It's hard to explain that because some stones don't make platters. Well, I'll get into it. But many of these patterns you're seeing are ones that are repeated over and over again on large and small stones. And just by reverse engineering the little rascals, I can kind of see where they... Well, we'll talk about that. But these patterns are pretty cool. And the triangle shapes, you could almost call them a heart stone because that is the same area, but it's the different way that they have split that stone to create more of a pyramid looking shape. And those turned into really good tools, pyramid shapes. Now, these two guys right here, I haven't cleaned them yet. Folks, I've been spending weeks cleaning all these rocks. It's awesome. And there's more out there on the wagon and over there in the barn and all. But these two guys, I haven't cleaned them, but they're so cool. This is a large elephant, and that's a little bitty elephant. You'll see when I get it cleaned, like there's the eyes and the trunk and all. Almost a full-bodied elephant in a way. And so is this little guy. There's his eyes and turning sideways, and you can almost imagine his whole body. We'll get back to this. I'll lay these out sometime. These are all crescent-shaped side cutters. All of them. And they got images on them. And these are crescent-shaped abrasion tools. And I'll spread them out. One of the art type style that I do with broken pottery is called, well, I call it destruction art. I've got several. That's one, and that's neat. I made that. And those. I tried to sell them to somebody that had a bar, kind of a jazz bar. They didn't want them. They don't know what they're missing. That's my old chair. Bye for now, folks. Another quick example of patterns that repeat themselves. Now these are all cutting crescent tools on this side, from large to smaller, for cutting crescent shapes. Those are all crescent shaped abrasion. These are axes. They don't look like a typical hang on the wall axe, but they're all axes, large and small. Axes. This is some of the opportunity that Missouri offers for mosaic art. I like to do skulls and stuff. This one's interesting. It's got tusk down there. It's wild looking. I did battle with that beast 10,000 years ago. Actually, those are deer horns turned down. I do stuff like that. Another piece of destruction art. It's really a nice Weller vase, even signed, but it like that blow blue platter was damaged so much that it was beyond repair. I mean, cost. This is part of a pear tree, and they make excellent fishing hooks by doing a little carving. That's me right there on the end of that car. I'm the youngest of 11. Tommy, Edna Mae, Maxine, Melvin, Raymond, that's me. My dad, Tom. I was raised by a creek in Oklahoma, Birch Creek, 3 miles north of Winona, Oklahoma. Okay. That's what I do or have done, and will continue to do. I like to find things in nature, like this, and just kind of do a little, well, not much. Just make it look like that. But that was a natural happening. Bye for now, folks. I tumble all the pottery shards so there's no sharp edges. You can run your hand over any mosaic I make and you're not gonna cut your hand. I'm also gathering up a few that look like the Sphinx. I think they're pretty cool. I need to clean that stone. They're kind of cool. If I forgot to say, these pieces of broken pottery came to us this way, and their repair fee, a rare repair fee would have been, well, enormous. So usually they were just given to us or whatever. This was the first one that I made about 20 years ago, I guess. I'm going to put it over there. I got a couple more pieces of pottery that I've played around with. I think this one's kind of cool. This one's a really neat old platter. The light's reflecting off from it. Kind of weird. But I put an old hammer right there. And I made this. Folks, I'm from Oklahoma. I'm around oil wells all my life. This is, if I can read it and remember, get back here a minute. Well, I can't read it, but it says, the Norman #1 opening well of the Mid-Continent Field, 1892. That's what it says. Good focus on that. Anyway, I made that. Folks, I welcome you to the first audition of the Frog Pond Rock and Roll Band auditions. And we will start with, we'll start with the girls. Yeah, you got it. What you take. You got what it takes. Oh, I like your style. What are you doing on stage? Get back out of here. Silly. Now, can you guys work together? Okay. Now all we need is a violin player. And someone that has rhythm. Folks, I can't dance.